HBCUs, I would argue, have always been in this mindset of, we're working very intentionally to develop people who are, on one hand, able to make, livelihoods, to build a life for themselves and their families. And on the other hand, we're working to foster the development of leaders who can create positive change in society. But it was debated. Like, this was actually not something that was sort of, there was not a consensus on this. It wasn't a valence issue. One of the most, I think, sort of illustrative examples of this debate was the conversation between Booker T. Washington and W.E.B. Du Bois during the turn of the century period. For Booker T. Washington, if the big question is, to what end education for Black people, he would argue that the priority really needed to be in helping people to become gainfully employed for the jobs that existed at that moment. And so, to his mind, vocational training was really should have been the priority. That was a bit of a contrast to W.E.B. Du Bois, who felt that in order to change society, we needed to invest in the development of leaders. So people who knew sort of sewing and cooking and sort of agricultural work, but also classics and the social sciences and economics and political science and leadership. So, there were some really interesting questions about what courses to prioritize, what the curriculum should look like. And we saw that in terms of early support for different Black colleges and how they develop.